for this walk. Good morning. My apologies, guys, for that being off for so long. But let's get up, people. Let's get up. Let me tell you. Come on in here. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Man, I know you folks out there, y'all trying to get your day started off right. Y'all ready to jump into whatever life got coming for you. Y'all looking back, y'all looking forward, y'all looking ahead. I'm looking dead in your eye. Don't be scared. You know when you hear it. Good morning, my beautiful, lovely wife. Good morning. Thank you, my love. Let's get going, people. Let's get up. You heard my wife. You know what time it is. It's time to get up. It's time to get going. Let's get checked in. Let's get locked in. Let's get on the move. This is BNV Finance Fixers. I'm Oloropo Bird. And we're going to get started with the day. Let's walk this walk. Let's talk this talk. Let's be blessed this morning. Let's know and do our thing, people. I want to thank you for coming in here this morning. As always, as you check in, drop down below where you're checking in from, what time of day it is. Let's be on purpose. Let's be on purpose. I titled this chat, Don't Run Now, because I don't want you running now. Lucky, what's going on? Good morning. Sometimes we get in tough situations, right? We work ourselves into it. And usually it's in a fight. I don't know if y'all come from any communities where, when I was growing up, so I remember I lived in a community in Knoxville, Tennessee called Western Heights. And when I was in Western Heights, there was this kid on my bus. I was young in elementary school. I had to be in like the 3rd grade. So we riding home from school and I'm talking so much smack. I mean, I am laying my garbage down. I'm giving it out. 136 bars of just unbelievable 3rd grade trash talk. And this is the first time I ever heard this phrase. I get to the bus stop and I started beating this kid up. I don't remember what we were fighting about, but I remember I was winning. This is 1980, maybe 1981. I'm old, people. Listen, don't judge me. So I'm in the middle of this confrontation with this kid. I'm wearing this kid out. And so he like, wait till my sister get here. Listen, I didn't grow up with my older sisters. I didn't have a good frame of reference. All of my brothers that I grew up with, one was 1 year older than me, one was 2. I'm like, man, what? What do you mean, wait till your sister get here? Your sister can get some too. His sister was in middle school, last year of middle school. She was in like the 8th grade or something. So the bus pulls up, the people start coming off, and I'm like, oh, these are some pretty big people. Then his sister comes off, and I don't know how old she was. She was a grown woman. She comes off this bus, and she goes over to her little brother, and I see him point at me. That Bama go, like the, you know, the telling finger? You know that finger when they like, And you're like, me? She started coming at me. And at first I was like, man, I don't. But every step, she got bigger and bigger. She dropped her coat. She dropped her book bag. She started pulling her hair back. So I took a couple of steps back. And then I just turned around and started booking. I mean, I am hauling ass, getting out of there. And all I hear from behind me is, don't run now. Nah, don't run now. So that stuck with me. And I'm at this point in my life right now where I'm thinking about everything that I done got myself into. Old line, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. You want to do something and be something in life. You want to get something done. You done made the statement that I'm going to be something big. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to move some mountains. I'm going to make changes in myself, and others are going to see it. You are on the precipice of it. But here's what I'm telling you. This thing is going to require for you to stand there and fight it. You're going to have to overcome it. You're going to have to excel at it. It's not going to lay down and just let you get there. You're going to have to make it there. And I'm telling you, don't run now. Don't run now. You there. You done talked all of the trash. You done said everything that you had to say. You done made all of the moves and told everybody what it was about. Don't run now. Don't run now. Not this morning, people. That's what I'm here to tell you this morning. I'm here to share with you that your purpose, your legacy, your development, your belief, your direction, everything that you've been working on and you said you wanted to achieve, it is here for you to achieve. But you have got to keep marching forward. You have got to keep moving forward. You have got to keep investing. You have got to keep doing the work. You have got to understand, don't run now. You are at the pinnacle of the fight, people. You are at the point where the battle takes place. We can't run now. We have to be engaged now. And the question are you ready? Alexander, good morning. How are you doing this morning? When I tell you that it's when you get started, when you get invested, when you start rolling, when you start committing to those things that you said you wanted to do, and then all the things that come with that, all those things that come with you wanting to build a legacy, all those things that come with you wanting to take on leadership responsibility, all those things that come with wanting to eat better or be in a marriage or strengthen your relationship, all those things come with challenges, and you can't run now. You can't start looking at that thing as it gets closer and closer to you, because when you start doing something different, you're going to start seeing things different for the first time. You're going to start seeing things that you didn't know were there, because some lessons you can't learn until you're learning it. There are some lessons you could only be taught by starting the activity, by doing the thing. I don't know how many of y'all have ever been in a fight, and I just told you about the situation where this girl coming off of this school bus wanted to fight me. But I need you to understand this. When this girl's coming off of this school bus and she's wanting to fight me, one of the things that dawned on me was I've never been hit really hard before. Like, at that point in my life, it starts to be like, well, what if she hits me? I'm looking at her hands. She's got these little, it might as well have been brass knuckles. Like, she's got these little gold rings on her fingers. She's walking towards me. And I'm like, yo, this is a grown woman. Why is she in school? That's all my brain could think. But can't no one tell you about what a fight is until you get in a fight. This is what we have to understand, people. You don't know, like, we can talk about, hey, you gotta be prepared, you gotta be focused, you have to be determined. I can tell you all of the things that are gonna come, but you gotta run into it, you gotta hit it, You got to deal with it. There is no way for me to prepare you for getting hit in the face. You got to get hit in the face. We can talk about it. You be like, oh no, I'm gonna do this. Hey, you're gonna get hit in the face. And you're gonna get hit in the face hard. And I'm telling you, it's like when they tell you about bullies, when they talk about bullies and they say you have to fight back, that's what breaks it. That's what breaks you through. This is why I say in everything you do, perseverance is the one thing that works on you. Everything else works on the thing that you're working on. But perseverance is getting punched in the face. Perseverance is finding out, whoa, like I'm out here in some deep water and I'm doing something different and I'm growing and I'm taking on challenges and I need to continue to grow. That's the work that we have to be prepared to do, people. Don't run now. Don't get scared now. Don't want backup now. Don't want to do something different now. Don't get comfortable now. You still got stuff to do. And trust me, every time you move another level, every time you achieve something else, every time you take another step, every time you go further, it's going to be the exact same thing. Don't run now. What you thought was going to be easy, what you thought everybody was going to be there to congratulate you, you thought you weren't going to have nothing but cheerleaders, you thought this thing was going to work out and you wouldn't have any confrontation. Nah, you got to get there. In order to get there, you got to get there. The lessons are on the journey. There's some things that you can learn by people who have been there before. They can tell you things, but you don't have the context to truly understand it and be ready for it. You have to do the work. You have to persevere. And that's where we are right now. There are investments that people do. There is work that people do. There are investment that people do in their lives, their entire lives, that require for them to grow, to become the people they need to be in order to achieve these tasks, right? In order to reach these goals. And again, I keep telling you, it doesn't matter what the goal is. There are certain behaviors that we have to take on. There are certain actions that we have to be prepared to take. Certain things we have to be willing to do, and not all of us are. Not all of us are willing to take the actions or do the things, but it's necessary. And here's what I'm trying to tell you, is as you actually start taking the difficult actions, I mean, when you start doing the hard stuff, the stuff that makes you look up and look at yourself and say, man, there's gotta be a better way. So this is what you need to understand. Not everybody understands that a better way, it doesn't mean an easier way. A better way doesn't mean a softer way. A better way doesn't mean a more comfortable or less taxing way. A better way means a better result and be more productive. It may mean, hey, we're getting more done and it's taking us less time, but it's still not easy. I keep saying this in the morning, I'm gonna say it to you again. Baby steps are hard for a baby. Don't run away from where you're trying to get to. Don't run away from the work it takes to get to where you're going. Don't run away from anything. Always be running to something. Always be headed to something. Good morning, RKS, out there in Hawaii, brother. Good morning, good evening. I can see you back on your shift. This morning we talking about don't run. Don't run now, man. Don't run now. Sometimes you just gotta stand and fight. You gotta dig in. You gotta be like, no. I'm not letting go. I'm not giving up. I'm not relenting. And I know this from experience. I know this from my own journey. I know this from having to dig in. I've been through it both in the jobs that I've been in. I've been through it in the relationships that I've been in. I've been through it in my own physical, personal journeys. And there's this moment where you have got to say to yourself, where you have got to identify that the only thing that's going to get the work done is you. And it requires you to do it. There are no easy outs. There are no, hey, what else can we try? what's different. Sometimes it's just, man, dig in and fight. And understand when you have a plan, when you have a purpose, when you have principles and purpose that guide you, when it's time for you to do the things that are necessary to be done, you're prepared. It comes with investing. Hey, so give me your ear for a second. I need you to listen. We're all talking about, hey man, what am I supposed to do in case of a market crash, right? What am I supposed to do in case of a recession, right? What am I supposed to do? You're supposed to do a lot of things. Most of those things you're supposed to do, you should have done like 5 years ago, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that because you can't change that. You can do it now though. You can understand what a recession means. You can understand that exchanging your time for money isn't efficient. And one of the best things to do is invest. You can start making that move. But here's the thing, here's what you need to understand. You're sitting here looking at the possibility of losing half of your pension, whatever it is, half of your little retirement fund, however much that may be. You have people who have a lot more online, who are looking to lose millions, hundreds of millions, and in some cases, billions of dollars, right? But you gotta know where you're going. You have to stand your ground. You have to understand and you have to learn how to win in whatever the environment is. And then you gotta stand up and fight. Oh man, you talking about playing chicken. You talking about looking something or someone in the eye, knowing that you do not have the ability to change anything on the other side, and all you control is the soul, is your intention and your determination to stand there no matter what, to stay invested and to stay involved no matter what. This is what don't run now means. Don't run from the thing that you asked for. Don't run from the person who you're seeking to be. Don't run from the challenges that are making you the person that you know you can be, the challenges that are building you. Because it's not just the money you invest in things, it's the time and the energy that you invest in yourself and in your growth and in your development. These things are all relevant, they're important, they are part of who you are, they define us. Don't run. Don't run, people. Be here, stand up. And you gotta get up, and I keep saying this, the biggest challenge to overcome is overcoming ourselves. It's overcoming what we have set in front of ourselves and told ourselves we're not capable of doing. Stop running from you. Face you. Deal with the biggest demons, the biggest disbelief, the largest areas of fear and anxiety that pressure you and seek to crush you and destroy you. Deal with it, face it head on, and understand that this lesson, this thing you're growing, this what you're becoming, is making you bigger. Because I'm letting you know, before we start talking about building legacies, before we start talking about building wealth, before we start talking about building financial futures and portfolios, we must first establish the ability to build ourselves, the ability to lead ourselves. Because if we can't lead ourselves, if we can't face ourselves and say, do this when we're supposed to, how we're supposed to, when we're supposed to, we're not going to be able to do the same thing with our money. We're not going to be able to do the same thing with our relationships. We're not going to be able to do the same things with all of the stuff that's around us, all of the things that we're walking into. So I'm encouraging you guys. I'm imploring you. Don't run. Don't run, not now. Oh man, don't run now. So what do we do now? We continue to do the things we've always done. Coming up over these next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be taking an opportunity to start taking you guys out and sharing with you some of the growth and some of the development that we're doing. I'm gonna show you some of the investment opportunities we're looking at, some of the ways that we're going to acquire those opportunities, ways to pay for it, and maybe even present to you some opportunities that you would want to consider for yourselves. We are continuing to journey along our path of doing, excuse me, every time I walk through there, it's a spider. We're going to continue to journey along our path of building our wealth, building our future and our legacy through acquiring real estate, property, and land. And I want to show you some of the things that we're learning, some of the things that I've gotten into. So I was a big fan of math in school because math made numbers. I mean, math made sense, numbers made sense. I said math made numbers. Numbers made sense. But what I'm looking at now, and as we continue to grow, and we're starting looking at some different ways of putting together real estate, adding it to our portfolio, joining other real estate portfolios, coming in as partners, there are some challenges. There was an investment that we were looking at the end of last year. And the investment opportunity seemed lucrative, and we're taking our time. Like, I've lost some money. I've made some bad decisions. We've made some money. We made some money and threw some money away that cost us some money, cost us a significant amount of time. But we're in this thing and we're doing this thing. And I'm looking at this opportunity at the end of last year. While we're looking at this opportunity at the end of last year, one of the things that came up, and this is why I say don't run now. One of the things that came up was the money, the dollar bucks that people started talking about needed to be available up front. And these numbers were bigger. These numbers were bigger than I'm rolling up in my bank account. These numbers were bigger than what I'm rolling up in my savings. These numbers were bigger than what I had access to. And my thought process was, okay, well, how do we get the money, right? Let's go make this money. It is a thing. I don't care what the number is in your head, how much money you've seen, how much money you've worked with, how much money you're working with now. But there is a thing when you start having to go out and grow your portfolio and grow your network and your team. And now you're talking about numbers that you've never seen, and it happened quick because we were just looking at properties that we were trying to get for $200,000, $350,000, maybe some distressed properties, occasionally go in with someone on some opportunities where a group investment was somewhere around $500,000, a little less than. So we're looking at these situations and we're looking at these challenges that go along with them. And while we're just a couple of foxes running around out here in front of the schools, guys, while we're looking at these investment opportunities, and they start dropping numbers like 1.2 what? Huh? They're talking about individuals' investment. Yeah, we need individuals to be ready to invest 1.2 million. We're looking for individuals to invest. And I'm like, dude, I don't have like the way my bank account work is, right? And then it's like, okay, am I ready to be here? You don't have a choice. I don't have a choice about being ready to be here. I'm here. I can't run now. I gotta stand here. I gotta face this. I have to learn. I have to figure out like what do I not know, because I'm looking at people who are sitting across from me. And this is the thing that's important in what we do, guys, important in our development. I'm looking at people across from me, and I'm looking at the confidence, and I'm looking at the similarities between our track records and where we've been and what we're doing. And then I'm looking at the ability to find and access the funds to do these things. And there were just things that we did early on that we just didn't understand. We didn't know the differences enough or have enough knowledge to be able to work with things in the way we should. So in that moment, I understood I've got to grow. I got some more work on me. We have some more work on us that we need to do, but we can't run. You can't run from that work. You can't act like, oh, well, this is good enough for me. We're good, like we got a couple of houses and we want to let this go. No, we have to continue to grow, but continuing to grow means you have to continue to challenge yourself. And when you continue to challenge yourself, you'll see change. And so we continue to grow, we continue to do investments, and we're continuing to move forward. And you will see on here shortly, I'm going to be taking you to some of these opportunities that we're looking at, some of the things that we've set ourselves up for to be prepared to take advantage of as we look to grow our portfolio, we look to grow our lives. But it takes the initial step of this discipline, and discipline can be challenging, but it takes it. Conversation, good morning, how you doing this morning? It takes the understanding that the investment into ourselves has to take place in order for us to be able to build and establish this future that we're talking about and that we want to see. Oh, guys, it's great being out here this morning. I thank you for joining me on this walk. I thank you for being here and being a part of what we're doing, being a part of this growth. I'm letting you know right now that in order for us to reach any goal, in order for us to establish anything that we're looking to do in our lives, it takes discipline. And it definitely takes perseverance. I've been speaking a lot more on perseverance because perseverance is a major part of our development. Perseverance is the part that works on us. There are so many different ways in which we do things. And when we talk about the 4 pillars of discipline, there's repetition, there's patience, there's consistency, and there's perseverance. That 4th pillar is the most important because of the 3 pillars, all of them work on the thing, right? Your repetition is showing up for whatever that thing is. Relationship, fitness, faith, family, whatever it is. Finances, repetition is like, hey, I'm just doing this on a regular basis. Patience is for that thing. The patience is for you to understand I need to work out in different time frames. I can't put all of my paycheck into my bank account right now. I need to move it in small increments. I need to start setting it up so it will auto draft. I need to set these things up so they happen automatically. Patience works on that thing so it grows over time. Consistency. Consistency is the plan. Consistency is the way in which you design that plan. So if it's finances, my consistency tells me if I continue to invest, I continue to get my returns, I'll continue to see this portfolio, I'll continue to see the money grow, and I'll continue to learn new ways in which to invest and move forward. And here's the big one, perseverance. Perseverance works on you. Perseverance is the thing when you're doing all of those things and the market takes a turn and you're like, man, I haven't learned how to short sell yet. So I wasn't able to take advantage of the market crashing the way others were. I haven't learned that yet. I haven't learned options yet. I don't know how to work with options, so I wasn't able to take advantage of those opportunities the way others have. So when we start talking about perseverance, perseverance is the thing that works on us. When all the work that we're starting to do starts to be challenged and it becomes emotional, it becomes physical. I mean, when you're doing the work, right, on whatever thing you're doing that morning, and I think we may have all been here, any one of us who've applied discipline towards our development and growth in any way have all been to a point where we sat down and we were like, oh. That moment right there, that moment when the brain, when the synapses won't connect, when you're trying to find, hey, where was the mistake? What do I need to change? What can I do differently? How can I grow? Like, we've all been to that moment where it becomes emotional, it's mental, it's physical, where it feels like a weight, where it's like, oh, right? We've all been to that point But when we're doing the work, regardless of what it is, it becomes intentional, it becomes physical, it becomes a reality that we can feel. That's perseverance. Perseverance isn't working on the thing you're working on. Perseverance is working on you. Perseverance is that thing that says, hey, this sucks right now. This is really bad right now. And you asked for this. And now you're at the point where it's make or break. And you look like you about to break. You feel like you about to break. Everything around you is telling you, give up, break, stay down. Do something different, it's fine, it's okay. Maybe you just weren't meant to do this. Maybe this isn't meant for you. This isn't how you're cut. This isn't the cloth that you're cut from. I'm telling you, perseverance works on you. And so when we apply these four pillars of discipline that are designed to help us target anything and work towards mastery, and as we work towards mastery, we're guaranteed to see success. What I'm sharing with you right now is the understanding that when we do this, there's going to come a moment, there's going to become a time, there's going to become an experience where it becomes physical and mental, and it feels like you can't get up. That's working on you. That's not working on the thing. That's not working on your finances. That's not working on your physique. That's not working on your relationship. It's not working on your investments. That's working on you. And so when you hear someone say, or when you hear the saying, I keep getting his name wrong, it's either Jim Rome or John Rome, I want to say Jim, but when you keep hearing the saying that you must work harder on yourself than you do on your job, that's what that means. That's what it means. It means that even when your job is the thing that's weighing you down and making you feel like you can't take any more steps, you can't go any further. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rich. When you can't go any further, that you have to continue to work on you. That's what perseverance does. Perseverance doesn't work on the thing. Persevering isn't going to make that thing easier. Persevering isn't going to make that thing go away. Persevering is going to make you the person you need to be to overcome it, to get past it, to continue to grow. And this is what I'm encouraging you to do. This is the information that I'm sharing with you. This is the understanding that we need to have. This is how we're going to continue to grow, how we're going to achieve the things we're looking to achieve. And if you've already established that discipline, if you've already been able to apply that discipline in any area in your life, and you found that discipline, and you're motivated and you're ready to go, you're in the right place, because we're going to start taking some significant steps towards how you apply that discipline into any area of your life. It's not just about finances. It's not just about your fitness. It's not just about your health. It's about every area of your life. Because as we grow in the different areas of our life, we see how they're all connected. I've explained this before. If you want to live healthier, you stop eating out as much. It's simple. And I don't care how many, oh, well, no, they have some healthy food options at restaurants. They do, but it's always going to cost you less at home. Oh, but I don't have the time. You have the time. It's the same 24 hours. It's just what you're choosing to do with it, how you're choosing to manage it. We have to take ownership of that. And these things are easy to say, which is why I say to you, it's easy to talk this talk. It's really easy for me to stand here on this platform and preach to you this morning and tell you what has to be done. But then you also have to do it. You have to implement it. And that part of that process is I'm going to be showing you, starting at the beginning of next week, I'm going to be reducing my caloric intake to approximately 1,200 calories a day. Right? Here's how significant that is for me. One, that's a very low amount of calories. I'll tell you why. I am 52 years old. I am currently 315 pounds. I'm 6'1", and I have been subsisting off of a diet of processed foods and carry out and take out for maybe the better part of the last decade, 5 or 6 years. So the better part of a decade. And now I'm making that change. And as I make that change, I'm going to see changes in other areas. As I eat out less, I'm going to also see that I'm going to be putting money back into my pocket. because I'm eating less food, I'm eating out less, I'm spending less money on those things. It's the same way in anything that we do. As we start to exercise more, we start to be awake more. We start to feel our body refresh and regain and recover easier. We start to see differences in our clothes size. We start to see differences in how we feel. One thing is going to impact another thing. One of the biggest things that you need to understand, and this is important because I've seen it happen to people, when you start working out, especially if it's a fitness journey, and I'm telling you as someone who was a personal trainer for a number of years, when you start working out, if you have a significant other, if you have a wife, a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, anything like that in your life, and you start working out, people are going to look at you, especially the person closest to you, the people closest to you, and they're going to say, why? I'm going to be doing calorie restricting for 1 month. And during that 1 month, while I'm doing the calorie restriction, I'll be completely reformatting my diet. The intention is to come off of that diet with a 2200 calorie intake per day, but to be doing that with the offset of all the fitness activity that I do. I'll be going into it in more detail. I'll be having the information to share, show you guys some of the things that I'll be adding to the program, like the workout and the recovery, all of those things that you can do for yourselves. So the great thing about, one of the things to consider when you go into this is if you have a significant other and you have someone who's there, you're gonna have to keep in mind when you start doing something that impacts those people. And I'm gonna start with fitness because this is pretty easy to explain because there's this, I heard this joke that someone said, it was like any man over 30 who still goes to the gym, I believe this is how it went. They said any man over 30 who still goes to the gym is cheating. It was something like that. So you have to understand that there's a mindset and there's a mentality out there of what it means when you go work out. There's a community out there that put forth information as to what it means when you go work out. So if you have a significant other, don't think you choosing to work out isn't impacting them. Don't think you choosing to save more money in your paycheck isn't impacting them. Don't think that you choosing to read more isn't impacting them. All of the things that you do in your life impact the other areas of your life. They impact the people in your life. And it brings to the forefront the importance of being disciplined and understanding the emotion. Because people say don't be ruled by your emotions, but everything we do is to satisfy an emotion. We just have to know the difference between an emotion being a destination versus being the driver. Right? An emotional state is a place of being. It's a place where you are. It's not a place where you live. It's temporary. All emotions are temporary, and you're constantly traveling, and we must learn to enjoy the journey, because if we allow for this place where we are to be how we live, we can't leave that place. I'll put it to you very simply, people. If you're in Seattle and it's raining and you're preparing to go to Barbados, where it's supposed to be sunny, and you dress and pack for rain, you prepare yourself in Seattle for Seattle weather when you're going to Barbados. You are not going to be prepared in Barbados, and paradise is going to be hell. You're not going to enjoy it when you get there. You can't wait to get back to Seattle. It is the exact same thing with emotions. That's why you must understand that emotions are a place. If you are anxious, if you are fearful, if you are in depression and you are feeling these emotions, and then you decide, hey, I want to prepare myself to be able to deal with these emotions. As you prepare yourself to deal with these emotions, when you get out of these emotions, you can't deal with happiness. You can't accept prosperity. You can't accept that things are good, because all you've done is prepared yourself and shaped yourself to live with and deal with being depressed, having anxiety, being sad. You have to pack and prepare for where you're going so that when you get there, you can appreciate it. And this is important because that is a part of your journey and your growth. All of this comes back to don't run now. Don't run away from it. You can't run away from it. You have to understand what anxiety is. You have to understand what depression is. You have to understand what perseverance is and who it's making you and who you're becoming. And you got to stand up. And as difficult as it is, as challenging as it is, you got to look it in the face. You have to understand, I also know what happiness is. I also know what joy is. I also know what fulfillment is. And I know it when I get there. And I'm preparing myself for it. I'm not taking you with me. I'm not taking fear with me. I'm not taking sadness with me. I'm not taking depression with me. I'm not taking this anger with me. I'm not taking these things with me to my happiness. You standing in the airport with a coat on, 4 bags filled with blankets, 3 umbrellas, and you going to Barbados. Listen, people, we have to understand, we have to know, and we have to prepare ourselves for where we're going. I am here, and my intent is always to provide inspiration and motivation to continue to share with you the journey that I own, the journey that we are on, and continue to watch the people grow, see this community grow, and help others to reach their goals. Guys, this whole thing this morning is about don't run now. If you're at that point, if you're at that point in the fight where your knees are shaking, if you're at that point in your life where you're nervous and you're looking around and you're like, man, I didn't know about this. If you're at that point in your development, you're at that point in your process where you can't find answers, where you don't know what to do next. And you're like, man, should I keep doing this? What should I do? When you're looking, I'm telling you right now, you can't run. Don't run now. It's not perfect now. It's not pretty now, but don't run now. Now is not the time to run. Now is the time to stand up. Now is the time to grow. Now is the time to continue to invest and know that we're going to somewhere and we will get there. Guys, as always, I'm on here between 4:30 and 5:30 every morning except for Sundays. It's a blessing to have you guys be a part of my life. I want to let you know as I head out of here this morning, keep showing up, keep blowing up, and keep growing up, guys. God bless.